Hello everyone, I'm Roger Hoover alongside Tennessee head coach Todd Raleigh, and the Vols getting a big win over LSU, the #1 team in the country last weekend.
Yeah, we played great. I mean, Friday night got behind the 8 ball a little bit, and but didn't panic, and I think it shows a lot about our team character to be able to come back Saturday. Saturday was a seesaw affair. They got up, went up 2-0. I think we came back 2-2. They went up, I think, 4-2 and 4-3, 4-4. Went up 5-4, and they tied it, and we ended up winning. So it was a great game. Then Sunday we just jumped on them early, and and took them from winning the series, and same time winning an SEC record, I believe 10 consecutive series. So it was good on a lot of fronts.
Have you ever had another situation like that when you get blown out on a Friday, but then you go and win the next 2 games like that?
I have, not too many times. So when you get beat that convincingly, especially on the road, I've had that happen at home. Things can get away from you, but not too many times on the road. I know I had 1 year at Western Carolina. I don't know, say it's my second or third year where it seemed like we get blown out 1 game every weekend, and we still win 2 games, and that's the only time in my career I think I remember that happened. I can't give you specifics that year, but I do remember that happening a few times.
Talk about your bullpen on Saturday and Sunday, making sure you were able to win those games.
Well, I did a great job. I mean, Saturday, Nick Hernandez got it out of, good, I think I want to say, I don't know, 6 2/3 maybe. I can't remember exactly, but he went pretty deep in the game, and we brought in Danny Wiltz for an inning. Danny did a great job. And then we brought in Morgado, and Brian was as good as I've seen him all year. He was throwing the ball extremely well. LSU didn't really have a chance. I think that really set the tone for us on Sunday. And Sunday we came out, and Tyrell pitched a great game for us. Then we went to the freshmen. Went to Will LeConte came in, did a great job. Matt Ramsey came in, slammed the door. So our relief pitching was outstanding on Saturday, Sunday.
Considering they were the top-ranked team in the country, they had so many players back from last year's College World Series team, would you say this is one of the biggest wins you've had at Tennessee?
From that perspective, also the fact that we're on the road, the fact that we're trying to get back in the SEC race, I would say, yeah, and you beat the #1 team at their field. I don't know, it's been a couple years since they've been lost a series there. Yeah, I would say it has to be huge for anybody. I don't know if there's a team in the country that's gone in somewhere and beaten the #1 team 2 out of 3 at home, maybe, but it couldn't happen too many times. It wouldn't be #1. So it was huge for us on a lot of fronts, especially with the young team. We pitched a lot of young guys. A lot of young guys contributed. Zach Osborne had a great weekend. Matt Ramsey, Will LeConte, and our older guys. You think the older guys like Blake Forsythe, Cantrell, PJ Polk was SEC Player of the Week. Had a great weekend. Just to see these guys go in an environment like that and handle what they had to handle with record attendance. In a hostile environment, it was good for us on a lot of fronts.
You come back to Knoxville, a seesaw battle back and forth with East Tennessee State that you dropped in the 9th inning. Just talk about that game.
Well, we just came out, and I thought we were ready to play. We scored some runs. We didn't hit the ball well. They got to give them a lot of credit for pitching well. They really threw some guys that kept us at bay. Although he scored 8 runs, you think that's enough to win, and give up a lot of 2-strike hits, I think, and did a few things that we just couldn't overcome. Thought we showed a lot of heart coming back, scoring 3 in the 8th. In battle, we just couldn't come up with it.
You didn't have a Wednesday game. Was it nice to sort of have a break from play, having 2 midweek games in a row?
Yeah, it is. I think that's 7 or 8 weeks, since we had that break, and the new condensed schedule does this to you. And yeah, I think it was good. Our guys needed to rest. We've got exams coming up. It was good on a lot of fronts.
You also have the Arkansas Razorbacks coming up. Talk about their team and what they'll bring to the table this weekend.
Well, very balanced. I mean, they're #1 team, I think, in the West. They were #1 in the country earlier this year. I want to say they're 5 right now, maybe. Great starting pitching, really good bullpen, balance. Their statistical numbers offensively aren't as good as what you typically think of an Arkansas team, but very productive. Got a lot of veterans in there. They score a lot of runs, and that's why they're leading the West, and that's why they're ranked #5. So I expect a very well-balanced team that comes in here, and a lot like Georgia, a lot like LSU in the fact that they do everything well. Not just like one thing, not really offensive or not really just all pitching dominated, but Arkansas does a lot of good things.
All right, thanks to Coach Raleigh. Best of luck to the Vols this weekend against Arkansas.